got to go this way to get to this bakery, which is didn't get great reviews for its French sticks or anything, but it's about the only one I know of in this area. So we'll see how the GPS goes and if I can find this place. It's a little convoluted, but the great thing is that my SIM card's working properly. You know, I've got data, so I can actually go anywhere and use the GPS and know it's going to be working. It's fantastic. It's good to get a legitimate SIM card. It cost me about twice as much as the El Cheapo one, but gee, it was worth the extra money. What's that cost me? About maybe an extra $5 to get a good GPS. It's got all these nice little parks around here. It's quite cute. Can't see, they water pipes. I can't tell what that. I'm so short-sighted. I can't see what those green things are. But it's quite a cute little park they got there. Seats and stuff. Very civilised. Look at that place. Wow, there's some attractive buildings around here. I mean, they're so quiet. This is not the Saigon I know. The Saigon I know, we've got the motorbikes attacking you from all directions. People yelling and screaming and driving all over the place. Oh, this is like a ghost town. This is sort of more like Cairns than it is Saigon. Now I've got to work out which way to go. I'll go and check my little GPS, but look at these parks, they're great. They really, look at the flowers there. I wish they did this more in Cairns. This is really nice. Yeah, I'm actually warming to District 7. It's not a bad part of town. Now look, I better get my coordinates now, because this is not as easy as it might seem. I think I've got the GPS under control. I've got to go for a crossroad. Probably should head up here. See, look at this building. The reproductions of sort of classic designs. Now, it's a weird old place. Yeah, this is totally different to what I'm used to. Well, that was successful. There's the place there. Tour of the, what's it? Tours de, well, that's day. Something the day. Food, was that food of the day? Maybe. Yeah, my French ain't great. But anyway, it cost me $20,000 for a large French stick. It feels fine. I'm a little bitching about the quality of it, but it seems okay from what I can just tell from my cursory glance. They don't wrap things up here. They don't go with the hygiene much. They don't have. So there's a river there, as you can see. It's quite an attractive area. Oh, the problem is you always get all these big mother of trucks everywhere around here because they've got the major roads. But it's not hard to get to this place, and once I know how. And everything's in English, but it looks crazy. This is Vietnam, but you wouldn't know it. English and French. And I saw real estate there too. There was places advertised for about $850. My major thing is to find out what how long you have to get the lease for. If I can do a 3 monthly, that's probably a little pricey. I'd rather get around 500. But I'm going to have to start looking around at my options as far as rentals are concerned. Now, I think I know where I'm going. To go down here again, I think. Anyway, I'm very happy. I finally found the bakery, and it doesn't seem. It looked like a decent bakery to me. God, I suppose some people are super picky, but I haven't tasted the bread yet. It might be foul, so I'll keep my powder dry until I know what it's actually like. As I say, it's interesting living here, but it's a bit too far from the centre of town. It's nice in certain ways. It's nice today, but although you've got a lot of bloody building work happening, It reminds me a bit of Da Nang. Not as bad, it would be almost impossible. Da Nang is like a construction pit. It's just crazy. It's not quite as intense as there, but to give you an example, if I go to the local cafe to have a meal, and it's very good, I've got to say, the restaurant, but there's all construction happening across the road. You just can't avoid it here. So it's just very Vietnamese. You know, it's a vibrant place, which is good in certain ways but bad in others. So yeah, it just depends which way you look at it. Oh, I hope my coffee's here. I'm going to need it. I mean, it's just quiet here today. What's going on? Gee, I hope... oh, I'm a bit worried here. It's a bit quiet. Maybe they're not working on Fridays. What the fuck? Ah, shit. She's not here. Okay. Well, I can go to this other place anyway, where I get... They're not very friendly, and they charge me more for a coffee, so... But what can you do? No, the other one isn't open. Yeah, I'm just heading back down towards the supermarket. Oh, some people are motor mouths. Notice how this pathway is built almost like on a 45-degree angle. How bizarre! It's pretty typical of this place. They've got a lot of this stuff's for show, and they don't do all the basic groundwork to, like, you know, to level the bloody the pathway before building it, for instance. A lot of this stuff looks impressive. Lots of very impressive looking buildings here, but the finishing touches are just not there. It's like my room. I'll do a tour of the room. You'll be able to see that, you know, it looks quite a nice, comfortable room, but there's bits that just, there's marks on walls and cracks and just telltale signs that the finishing is not there. The quality. This must be a little gated community just in there. The quality of the actual build is not really good. It's all out here to impress the casual observer, but if you dig below the surface, I think you'll find that there's going to be a few issues there. I mean, if I owned the place I was staying at, I'd be a bit concerned, because it looks like there's rising damp and other little things that could be an issue in the future. All right, if you're just staying there, it doesn't matter, but if you're the owner of the place, you're looking at major maintenance in the future, I would think. So just something to consider, and I'm no expert in that area, but I can certainly detect that there's a bit of shonkiness there. It's quite interesting too, because this other YouTuber called Riki Beyond the Sea, you know, he gave some very good advice, I've got to admit, but he made a comment about how he thought things were really well built in Vietnam compared to Philippines. Well, I mean, maybe it is better than the Philippines, but it's nowhere near Western standards. So, you know, you've got to put it in perspective. So I wouldn't agree with him on that one. But this pathway looks a little better, but it's still got that slope. I mean, mind you, that might be designed for basically for runoff, because they do get torrential rain, of course. So there may be method to their madness on that. But I'm sure there's an element of slackness in the quality of builds as well. I'll give you an example. In my shower, which is a very nice shower with a good outlook to the garden. It's really nice, actually. It's the best feature of the room I'm in. But one thing when I noticed pretty well on the first day is I pulled on the control. It's like European type control, one hand control for, you know, hot, cold, and pressure, and it came off. It just came out in my hand. It's just not. It's not affixed to the faucet at all. The actual handle just comes off, and that is just so typical. And it's an indication of that lack of overall build quality. So that's just a little bit of an instance there. I'm going down the right road here. I can resort to the GPS. I haven't tried going exactly this way before. It doesn't hurt to do a bit of exploring. It's actually not as warm as it has been. It's just pleasantly warm now. So it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's not too bad. I spent a lot of time in the room yesterday because I was a bit hungover, but today I'm feeling a lot better. I got an early start, and yeah, I'm feeling fine. I've just been drinking too much booze. I've got to be very careful because, yeah, I'm not. Well, mind you, I'm going to have a lot more time after this. I've got 3 months, but gee, I couldn't continue on drinking booze at the rate I've been drinking. If I'm going to be here 3 months, I'll go back in a damn coffin. So, yeah. Oh, geez, we don't want that. People having conversations while on their scooters. Yeah, I don't really want to go right up to the main street. I think it's just there. I'm not sure. There's another one. There's another one of those little gated communities. Got a few of those around here, and so the roads don't go through. So it's all secure in there. Upmarket area. It's not surprising. Probably could afford. Oh, there's the road there, and I can see it. I should be okay doing this. It's strange the way the roads are set out here. I want to get as close to the mall as I can and avoid walking along the main road as far as I can. So I don't think it'll be a major issue. This is not a big part of town, but yeah, they certainly look after it. It's very attractive to walk down. And I mean, yeah, I'm not getting hassled by any motorbike riders along the way. There's not many people here, but the people you see are generally local Viets who are going to work and probably doing maintenance and stuff. You see some Koreans, assuming they're Koreans, well dressed and driving cars, of course. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm glad I made this. I made the right decision coming here. It really, you know, it is a pleasant enough part of the city, and I get enough the wild side with the bar scene. I don't need any more of that. So, but whether I'd live here permanently, I don't know. It will cost a little more to live here on two fronts. For the actual flat itself will cost more, from what I can gather, and secondly, the commute. And I've got to say, taking that moto taxi into town is a little hairy. You know, it's interesting and I like it, but when they're going through these alleyways just near District 1, I mean, it's just a matter of luck that you stay seated on the back of that bike, because the guys just swerve in and out. I mean, nowhere as bad as the motorbike riders in Bangkok. They were seriously suicidal, and they do drive a lot slower here. But you go in peak hour, and I mean, the other thing I experienced the other day was I was stuck behind buses and things, and it was going cross town and going in a cross direction rather than direct towards District 1. It was just we're in gridlock, and so you just sort of, like I say, you're eating other people's exhaust. This is not very pleasant. I want to go through. There's the park here, and should better just cut across to the actual main road from here. So maybe I can't. Oh, the whole thing's blocked off. That's weird. Maybe it's private property or something. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Is that a private? I don't think it is. I think you can get through the other way. I'm not sure. But there wasn't even a gate to walk in, which is unusual. I can understand them restricting motorbike traffic, but usually you can walk into places. The only place I really found you had restricted parklands, it was actually in London years ago. They had little private parks. But I've got no desire to go back to London. You know, Terminal 5 was close enough to London for me. Heathrow, I wouldn't be going any closer than that. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.